Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Art in the Morning. This is segment two. I don't want to say part two because it's really just, I try to divide the projects up into segments, and especially on Monday when I usually stream long. We did a Happy Mail Monday already, and I will upload all these videos to YouTube, Ustream permitting. I've only had one video that's been hung up, and it was part two of a project that we did. I did post pictures and a link to photos of it. But I don't really ever have a problem downloading and then putting them on YouTube. But that one, for whatever reason, just, I don't know. But Ustream that day was glitchy. It was kind of clicking in and out. So I think that had something to do with it. So if you're watching this recording on on YouTube, it's a live show on Ustream.tv with live people and a live audience. And they're long. Just saying. All my videos are long. I don't edit, I don't crop, I don't shorten, I don't speed up. They are exactly what they are on Ustream. I just upload them directly to, I just put them right on YouTube, and they are what they are. So if you don't like long videos, you can do a couple things. You can speed it up a little bit in the YouTube settings. You can speed it up some. You could just click, 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 fast forward parts that you don't want to see or that are slow for you, and or you can come back and watch them in segments. I personally like long videos because I like watching long shows while I'm working. So I'll put on a long stream or recording or a YouTube, whatever I find, podcast, whatever, and put that on while I'm working. So I enjoy those. Hey, Muse, anybody else? I'm not sure what that means. If you're talking to me, Muse, and if y'all are talking to me, put it in caps. If you're not talking to me, don't put it in caps because otherwise I think you're talking to me. Jen, I love your long videos. I put them on when I go to bed. It takes you a week. Yeah, well, good. That's good, Jen. So you have something to like fall asleep to? Hey, trust me. Ask Jean about falling asleep to my videos. She falls asleep to my live videos. We like to tease Jean. Jean. Sometimes that's the only time she can sleep, and if I'm able to help put Jean to sleep, great. Uh, uh, oh, you take your napkins, peel them apart. Yeah. Okay, so let's go on now. I have a couple things to show you, a couple things I want to work on, and I'm not sure if we'll work on art cards or what today. We'll see how far we get. Sip of coffee time. Okay, so let me put this in here, show you a couple things to update you. I do have more happy mail. Whoops. Come back here. Come back here. Hang on, guys. I lost my book. It's lying. And then I bumped the camera. So sorry. So sorry. I do have more happy mail. Hang on, guys. Let me adjust. From Kelly P, who she watches the show, but she's not online anywhere else. She doesn't have Twitter, YouTube, none of that. So, but I do. She has more happy mail coming to me, so I'll probably show that tomorrow. Okay. You watch my videos until your battery dies. Well, plug in, Prisma, plug in and hang on. Okay, so y'all know my napkin journal here that we worked in last week. And it's just all a whole bunch of napkins just start glued in just as a start. And the one of the first pages that we finished was this one. And again, this is just a day book, I think it was 7 by 12, and it's 2009 like calendar, right? That my sister sent me for my birthday in 2009. Never used it, but it looks like an old ledger. So I loved it, knew someday I'd use it for something. Well, we decided to use it for a napkin journal. And so this was the first page that we finished in it. And when I say napkin journal, I just mean that we've used napkins as part of, like here. You've used napkins as part of the background or as part of the page. Uh, Other than that, it's just like any kind of art journal, right? It's an art journal using napkins in it. So this is one of the ones, the pages that we did a few weeks, maybe a month ago. And there is a video saved on this. And I try to put everything in playlists. Like this would probably be both under mixed media and art journal. So this one would probably be listed under two different playlists. I try to break it out in playlists to make things as easy as possible to find. I'm not sure of that question, Muse. I'm not seeing what you're asking me. I'm not understanding what you're asking me. And so then this is out of one of the Juliet Crane color books. This is out of that the little nature color book. And so you don't have to use the same things out of the same book. These are fussy cut out. Fussy cut in the sense that this is just cut right to here, right? And then all the rest of her branches are drawn in. The rest is drawn in. So you can add your own flavor to your art journal pages because remember, you're the boss of your color book. You're the boss of your art journals. All right, so then the other one we did last week, and I have finished it, I added a little bit more to it, is this one that we worked on last week. Again, this bit is out of the nature color book. This flower was out of the nature color book. And then the fairy girl was out of, let me grab it here. This Enchanted Fairies, which I have more napkins stuck in here because I'm going to use them. She's out of the Enchanted. Okay. She was wondering, okay, about the taking the napkins apart. I get it. Okay, thanks. That's cute, Muse. Thanks, Jean. That's cute. That's funny. Um, so yeah, so this is the book that I'm took her out of, and I did cut out a couple, fussy cut out one or two other ones, but I bought this color book specifically to cut apart and use in the napkin journal. So the little she calls them monster girls. That's just the name of her color book. These girls and the fairy girls are the ones that I'm going to use in this book. You have them coming tomorrow from Amazon. This book right here, The Enchanted Fairies. Yeah, it's from Creative Haven. You can get it at, I think it's at Michael's too. But if you have a Hobby Lobby next to you, Hobby Lobby takes coupons on books, magazines, and color books. Michael's does not take coupons on magazines, books, and color books, but Hobby Lobby does. So if you have one in your area, that's the place to get it. And the nature one, oh, good, Donna. Yeah, the nature one and the fairy one. So anyway, so that's those two bits right there are from the nature book, and then the a fairy we fussy cut her out, and we I do have I finished most of it on stream last week, but I did go back in and kind of fix some of the branches. I added some more color to the bird. The stickles dried. We added stickles to it last week. I did not add any more stickles. Um, so the stickles is dried, and then I was able to kind of shade a little bit more of the bird. So I shaded a little bit more of the bird. I added a little bit more green to her dress and her little, scarf there holding the flowers. But other than that, we pretty much finished it fairly well last week. You like this page, Jen? Yeah, I like the greens and pinks too. So this is napkins. This is napkins here in the background. And then we added, I say we, because if you're here in live show with me and we're talking and working together, I say we. And then with the paint, we blended in with acrylic paint, and I just use Americana craft paint. Pretty much anything you see me do, unless I say otherwise, is Americana craft paint. Color book washes, napkin journals, art journals, collage, mixed media cards, mixed media art journal pages. It's all Americana craft paint. And it's just I like the color selection from Americana that has good quality. Never had a problem with it. Unless you leave the tops open, you might get some, if you lift this open, you might get some crusty bits, or, it can dry in the lid. You might have to pick out some paint skin out of the lid if you let it dry. But other than, I mean, they last a long, long time. They don't dry out very easily. So I did finish that. I wanted to show y'all the completed picture. It's a little flashed out. Not too bad, but let's see if I can, let's see here. So you can see a little bit better there. That's a little better on the color right there. I try to keep the camera light so that, it's nice and bright for you, but it does kind of flash out the projects as far as the color goes. So that's a little better on the color right there. So yeah. If we get to work on a project here in a minute, I will readjust my camera focus and everything. Okay, so there's that project. Then the other one that I'm working on is, and this is what I really kind of want to finish this one up today, is in the Imagimorphia, in the Kirby Roseanne's Imagimorphia. And if y'all know, he did the Animorphia with all the animals. This is kind of the same thing with just a little bit more imagination. So, thanks, Juju. Thanks, guys. So the only thing I've done in this one, and Vicki S. sent me this book, the only one, and she ordered it, she got hers from, I think they're in the States now. I've not seen this yet in the bookstore, in my bookstore. I've not seen it yet. I'm sure they'll have it because they still have Animorphia in my bookstores, but I've not seen this one yet. And so she ordered them from UK. She got herself one and me one. So thank you so much, Vicki. Okay, so here is the page that y'all saw me work on, and then I finished it off camera because it took me a couple hours or more to do all the stickles spider web. I have a 15 or 20-second video on this, just giving a little quick run by, because it doesn't glitter and gold or metal doesn't photograph well. It just looks like, look, this is like white. You can't tell that that's really silvery glitter, right? So I did a little video just kind of making it twinkle a little, just so you could see all the twinkle and the glitter that I did, all that within. I know some people go, what's stickles? Stickles is, now this is not the silver one, this is a clear one, but it's the same thing. Stickles is a very sharp pointed little glitter glue, and liquid glitter, which what I like about stickles is once it dries, unless you really scrape at it, it's not going to flake off like some glitters do. And so I did all the spider webs with that. And then the red spider I did with red. Now here's the thing about, one thing that I did not do is when I painted, I used a marker to paint the spider, just the cheap Crayola markers, which I usually don't have a problem with going through very much, but you always want to test. Well, I didn't let it dry before I put the stickles on, so I did get it coming through on the side, because it was wet when I put the stickles on, so that made it double wet. Not that it's going to matter, I'll just paint over it. I can just paint that white and then color over it, right? But I just wanted y'all to know that you want to make sure things are dry. You ever see Bennett Klein's sketchbook? I don't know. Sketchbook books, are you familiar? No, I'm not. Bennett Klein's sketchbook color books. If I saw it, it may be familiar to me, Suzanne, but the name is not coming to me. The name is not. Okay, let me see. Let's make sure we're straight there. I think I'm going to bump the camera again. It's easy for me to do. All right. So what I'm thinking of doing, I'm going to test it, is I wanted just to kind of color these in kind of quickly with just some markers. Now, for instance, let's get a kind of a brown color. I need a test page. Where's my test page? I need a paper to test colors on. Another sheet of paper here. And you also always want to put something behind your color book pages just to ensure that if anything does go through, thanks guys, I'm glad y'all like them. Yeah, it was fun to do. Just to make sure that that in case something does go through, it's it's not going to go to the next page. Also, it's good to have something behind it if you do anything where you're pushing down with a pencil or a gel pen, so you don't dig into the next page. Now, if you do any pressure with a gel pen or a pencil, you will dent this page. But then if you have something between it, you'll prevent it from denting the next page. Now, what I want to do is, first off, I want to just test this color here. That's a little too brown. I want almost this, like there's a basketball right there. We're going to do a test on this basketball. And so I kind of want an orange brown. Well, that's a little too brown still, but orange might be too orange. Let's see. Not that it really matters. Okay, we'll just go with a bright orange. I just wanted to color in all these tiny bits with the Crayola markers. Now, y'all know Eileen gifted me those very nice watercolor brush from Zig slash Kuretake, but I don't want to use that on here. For one thing, it'll go through because this is thinner color book papers, and also I am going to want to do blending on an acrylic block, or I want to do more. Y'all saw me talk about it last week. So if you're using any, you want to test. So I'm going to just go ahead and just do a little bit. I don't think it will go through. Yeah, it's not going through. So I'm just going to color in these little bits. I'll move the camera in here in just a minute. Now, when you color with some markers, even though these kids' Crayola markers, you don't want to sit here and do this. You don't want to do too much of this because it will go through. You got to have a light touch, right? Have a light touch. And so I just kind of want to base coat the little tiny elements on this spider web that are caught in the spider web. And if there's anything I want to blend in, I'll just go in with a color pencil. But they're so tiny. The thing about the Kirby books, if I've shown it before, and again, that's where the spider came through. There's such tiny bits that you can just use a little marker in there. Now, you can't use Copics and you can't use Sharpies. Those will go through. This paper's not thick, guys. I mean, it's a decent, color book, but it's not made for Sharpies or alcohol-based, Copics and stuff like that will go through. If you have a one-sided color book, it doesn't matter. As long as you put something, put a piece of paper here, it doesn't matter if it goes through, and you can use Copics or whatever. But if you don't want to ruin the back side of this page, then you don't want to use anything that's going to bleed through. Some older vids, and you mentioned your coloring pages as PDF. No, I still have some color book pages that I've made. I've not put them on PDF. There's so many color books out there, guys. I haven't had time. I've not had time to do that. I've not had time to make a PDF on but I do have the color book. I've just had not time to do the PDF. So what's nice about, but thanks for asking, Donna. Thank you. What's nice about, you can use a gel pens or, the little bullet tip. These are the, Sharpie Crayola. You can get them 50 in a pack, and with a coupon at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, you can get them for $5, for 50. So they last a good while. They're just water based. They're not watercolors like the Zig Kuretake. The Zig Kuretake are actual watercolors and a marker. These are just water based. They're not going to blend. They're not going to, I use them just for the little bits. It's just good for the little fillers, like for filling in. You're welcome. So I've already done a flip through this book. It's on my YouTube channel. So I just kind of wanted to take a minute. I'm going to go ahead and refocus on one page here. And then, we can just move it side to side so you can see a little bit more detail. And let me refocus the camera and zoom in. Let's see how we can zoom in here. Let's focus. Might have to, let's do that again. It's wanting to focus. I think that's pretty good. There we go. So how's it as far as lighting, guys? Is it too dark? I'm trying to have it so it doesn't flash out. Okay, so I'm just going to color. I think I'll just kind of dump my newest set. I have a couple sets so that, because I use them quite often in the color books. And like this, it looks like a little perfume bottle maybe. I'm just going to grab colors here. I want this all real colorful. Here's a little shell on top of a snail. So I just want lots of colors. Lots of colors. Doing the train. You're doing the train one? Okay, I'm not sure where that is in the book as far as front or back. Let's find the train. Let's find that train, Vicky. There's so much awesomeness to these books. There's the flying submarine and the hot air balloons, a castle. Might be the other way. The steampunk bugs. Let's go this way. Ships, skulls, steampunk butterfly. There it is. So this is the one that Vicky said she's working on. Hope y'all can see it. Awesome. Make sure you post pictures on Twitter, Vicky, because we know you're on Twitter now. Oh, is that a corn on the cob? So right now I'm just going to kind of base coat each item with a solid color. If there's something that needs a little bit more detail added to it, you could go back in with your color pencil and shade, right? But they're so tiny, you don't need much. There's not much room to shade, right? Not a lot of shade. Can't throw much shade. Oh, okay, there's some kind of a bug. Let's do him purple. His body purple. And I'm having to go around. I thought this would be the easiest to me for a couple reasons. I thought that I would do the glitter first and then go back in here with it. Let's make sure that nothing's going through. Okay, we're good. And then go back and color in with the markers and go around the glitter for two reasons. One, well, the main reason being, here's the, let's find something. Okay, here's a good example. Here's a little bug, and you see the glitter coming across his body. If I colored that bug with the water marker, the markers, and then went over it with the glitter would probably not be that silver. It wouldn't stay that beautiful silver color if there was a color under it. It would probably almost turn it, say, purple or whatever. So I wanted to really make sure, and in this case of the spider, I used red glitter. I used red stickles on the spider. But I don't have, I wanted silver. I wanted silver over all the spider webs. So like for instance, if I had colored this first and then tried to go over it with silver, it probably wouldn't have stayed that pretty of a silver. So that's why I wanted to do all the silver first and then go back and color the little bits. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I guess I could just go in there with a few colors at a time. There's a green leaf. I'm trying to keep it nice and bright. I want it nice and bright colors, if at all possible, because that will just stand out against the silver. Can y'all see anything? I know these are tiny bits. That's the thing with color books, especially something like Kirby's. They're so tiny. There's some cheese. There's a grasshopper there. Let's do him bright green. I'm just going over the whole thing. No detail right now. If there's something that needs detail after the case, then I will go in and I'll go in there with that. Okay, I think I want this dragonfly body like a light green and then maybe blue wings. So see how bright it's going to be? Hey, Dixie. Haven't seen you in a while. Let's have this beetle be a nice, pretty purple. Some things it's hard to tell what it is. It's like a little box. I don't know. It's might supposed to be something, but I'm just going to, color it. Here's a butterfly over here. Let's go with, okay, what's the cap on one of these? Where's the marker that this cap goes? Ow. Got a cap sitting here, no marker to match up with it. There has to be a marker for it somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. I think we'll do that butterfly. Let's do it and outline it in a purple. Just a couple of, on the larger things, maybe add a little bit more, 2 colors to it. And if you have any questions or anything, I just wanted to kind of finish up a couple things. Like I'm glad I finished up that that napkin journal to show you guys. And let's add a little bit of tealy color. Color 2 book pages with gel pens. Like the gel pens, yeah. I like the gel pens too for tiny details. I don't like them for coloring anything large. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to color. I don't think I really want anything other red than the spider. I think I'll not use anything red except for the spider. It takes a long time. Now, granted, if you have tiny a whole page of nothing but tiny gel pens, that's a good thing, because they can get right in those little areas. But so can these markers, the bullet tips. The spider is interesting diet. Yeah, I know, right? Even a corn on the cob, which I missed one of the little leaves there. Do that. Okay, let's see. I'm just pulling out, bright colors out of my markers over here. Oh, wait. Little maracha. There's a sword right there. Let's do a blue-gray. I want to keep it so you can see everything. Let's do a lighter one, too. Because I don't want it to look, lose. That's why I'm going bright. Because I don't want to lose the elements in there. Let's do a nice. If I did it too dark, it'll just fade into the black. There's a baseball bat. So I think it's going pretty quick. I'm not sure what that little box is either. Another little box of something. Some wings right there. Let's go with like a light. Trying to keep it all real colorful and bright. So you can see it's going pretty quick. No shading right now. I'm just putting in all the colors, right? Like for instance, that little cheese. You can go in there with a pencil, or you could just go in there with like some orange and put some little dots in there. Something like that. Or not. Just depends on how much time you want to spend. Whoops. Oh, where'd that cap go? Oh. There we go. But I'm in trouble too, yeah. Okay, so I'm not sure. I didn't see anything in caps, so I'm not sure what pens y'all are talking about there. Here's another bug up here. Like purple and green bugs to stand out. Let's put some orange wings on that one. There's a yellow #2 pencil. Looks like could be an apple or some kind of a fruit. I'm going to try not to use a red, so we're going to use let's see, it's kind of pink. Let's go with a plum. It could be a plum with a green leaf. Some kind of a drink right there. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on everything. It's like I got blue and blue here, green, just kind of spacing out the colors, right? This little guy here, let's do him pink because the pink is on the opposite side. He's one of those little alien things. Have a little yellow crown. There's a watermelon slice. So there's the green on the watermelon. Let's do kind of a peach color. Here's an axe. Let's get a light brown. If I get it too dark of a brown, it's going to get lost. So let's do that. And a light gray. Or let's see, I already got purple there. Where'd that light gray go? Light gray. Where'd the light gray? I know I have a light gray right here. I just used it. If I had them all going the same way, it would be easier to pick one out. Huh. Alright, let's go with this. And then alright, let me turn the camera down just a little so it's a little bit closer to me because these are tiny bits. I gotta be able to see. Alright, there's a little spatula, some kind. Let's put a little handle on that. This looks like a kiwi right there. Not sure if it is, but we're going to say it is. A few pearls scattered would be pretty. Pearls. A few pearls? You mean like Stickles pearls? Is that what you mean? Let's see. Let's have this little fan over here. Let's have it blue. Let's have a little orange snail. There's a little spider right there. Let's do him. I'm trying to keep it bright, guys. Do him yellow so he shows up. Not sure what that is. Some things it's kind of hard to tell exactly what it is. The face of the clock we'll do yellow. Another purple bit on the soda there. Oh, splatter for stars. Oh, you mean like white or dots? Oh, okay. When you said pearls, I thought pearl, like pearl paint. You know, the pearl stickles, pearlescence, whatever you call them. Pearl dots. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want stars in it. It might kind of take away. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Let's see, we need some. Here's another one of those little alien things. I'm going to do them pink. Blue little skirt. Let's go with the light blue on top of that. I'm almost done with this page already. Where else does it need some blue? Maybe right there on that little top or whatever it is. Some bright pink candy right there. This one's, I'm not sure what the deal is with this one. It must be an old one. Let's get rid of that out of the pile. There we go. Bright candy, bubble gum. Are we incorporating clock or watch bits? No, I'm not gluing anything on this particular one. No, no gluing because of the stickles, guys. It's all stickled up. If there was nothing, you know, no stickles or anything, maybe. Oh, I don't want any more blue right there. But a purple drink, a yellow straw. What else? What else we got? Something there. I'm not sure what that is. I mean, some things you don't know what it is. You can just color whatever. Another yellow flower up here. A darker green leaf. There's a little star right there. Okay, I think I got everything colored. Oh, the shoe. Let's see what color. I'm just looking around what color might need to come over this way. Dark orange, maybe. And a little yellow. Okay, so we finished this side. So it doesn't take long. Well, that didn't take too long, I don't think. Just so you can see all the stuff now that's stuck. Oh, the watch, the clock. Let's see. I think I'll put two colors. Let's put green and no, purple's right there already. Hot pink would be good. There we go. Oh, the little top down here. There we go. So yeah. So you can see all the little things stuck in there. In the glitter. So you can see it went from this to colorful. I think, you know what, I'm going to leave that just so, for example, because, you know, when I show you all my color books and stuff, I like to have examples. I think this is a good example of what it looks like. I'll post this one and, you know, but you can get the idea. That way you can see, well, this is what it looks like before, and that's what it looks like after. Wouldn't it be great to have a spider like this and train him and put him in an art store? Eileen. Oh my gosh, girl. See, people that say they don't have imaginations. Yeah, that's just not so. So just makes such a brightness, doesn't it? The color. So I think that's kind of a good idea. Oh, what's something here? Oh, it's like a microphone. It looks like a microphone hanging down. Let's do a little color on there. Put a little bit of gray or purple. Purple. There we go. So it does look cool. Yeah, it is a great example of what it looks like before and after. But the glitter is what makes it to me in this case. The spider web being all glittery. Yeah, like the little snail. Yeah, and you can see some of the things on this side. There's a koi fish, two koi fish, rolling pin. And remember, part of the book is to find the hidden things. You're supposed to find the hidden things in the book. And the key is in the back if you can't find something. But by the time you finish the whole book, you should know every inch of this book, right? Okay, so I'm going to stop this one, guys. And just wanted to do a little bit, because I wanted to finish this for you. And I did show you the fairy book. So we got a couple projects out of the way. So let me save this and then we'll decide what the next project will be. It's going to be like we're just catching up today. Okay, so I'll be right back, guys. I'm not leaving you guys. I'm just going to stop the recording and start a new one.